Welcome to 2024 and Talks with Sam. Hi from Tbilisi, from Georgia. I have a new flat here. I decided to commit to one location, and maybe I should focus more on also some videos related to the individual growth. And well, deciding to be at one place is really interconnecting many other things and resolving many other things. But I mean, my use case was a bit extreme. Anyway, today I want to talk about something else. If you were curious about this, and if you were curious about me sharing more insights about my life and stuff, so text me in the comments and I might prepare something. So I wanted to talk about trust in society, because I talk about this oftentimes, when we sit with the wine or shisha or I don't know, and we talk life and we start talking about society and about propaganda and libertarian stuff, and then I can't stop myself and I'm just going crazy. And if you ever met me like this, so it's a discussion for hours and I really like this, but I decided that it actually makes sense to talk about it here. So one of my friends, I wanted to drink my Borjami here. Borjami is like local mineral water. It's really good. So first, who am I? My name is Samuela Davidova. I talk about individual freedom and how we can broaden our opportunities in life. I live myself in Georgia for over 3 years. I should celebrate it somehow. And yeah, I just choose myself, and I am happy if people do so as well. So society, trust, mistrust rather. I've been traveling a lot, and today I've been just thinking about it. That let me start from a story from my friend. So he's from Slovakia. It's like Central European country, and he was saying that he found over some 20 years of traveling and stuff, one drawback in nomadic life, and that it's when you are born in certain country, you have those like primary school friends and childhood friends who actually, when things like really go wrong, something is like very messed up or something, so they know the right people. I don't know, like some judge, let's say, or such, like contacts. And I was thinking about it. We were discussing this like a year ago, okay? And today, I just realized that I think he's biased. Oh, it looks weird when I have this one from the head, right? But I wanted to cover it. Whatever, okay, it doesn't matter. So, I think he's biased because he's born and he traveled in different countries, but like he was born in a country, I would say that in Europe in general, maybe not on the villages, but like in Europe in general, on the West, you have like less trust between people. And I observed one thing, which is, I would say, mind-blowing, and it is that people, the more they trust to other people, the more they trust the community. And I mean like really trust. Like if you have a problem, do you call the police or do you ask a neighbor? You don't know your neighbor on the West. How you can ask him for help? I remember even like I didn't have a wine opener and I rather called the reception than just knocking on my neighbors. Why? Because like it's a habit sort of, right? If I don't know, if you're sick, so do you first call the authority or do you tell your close friends and family first? Are you individualistic and resolve it through authorities, or do you resolve it through community? And I would never, I think, be aware of this unless I would live in Georgia and would have more like local experience here myself. Like, I lived at a Georgian village here with a family at the family house, in my own room, for a few weeks, and I've been visiting them for over a year. And I observed this, like, when you're sick, first, like, your close people know, and not your doctor. And my individualistic mind is like, first, you know, figuring it out myself, and then ordering Volt and texting to or calling to the pharmacy. And it doesn't mean like you might have friends, you don't want to interfere with their lives, whatever. It doesn't matter. But and of course, you know, there are different concepts. Like, you have independence, you have codependence, like total dependency, or you have interdependency, when you just collaborate with other people in the community, with other people in the world, with your teammates and so on. It doesn't mean that you're dependent on them. It's interdependency. Okay. So why this trust is important? Because when things happen, so I realized one thing, that, okay, I'm in Georgia for 3 years. I started communicating that I'm here for the 1 year, let's say. And I have a lot of people who know me here and who stop me on the street or in a bar or somewhere, and they know me. They know my name. They know who I am. I don't know whom they are, but it's happening, okay? And if something happens, like, even just, I was sick now. I still have a little sore throat. Maybe you can hear it. Like, I get flowers. I get, like, I don't know, some 10, 20 people texting me, like, do you need something? I'm like, no, it's okay. And it doesn't mean, like, do you need something? I'm kind, but, like, if you really need something, it's okay to text that you need something, and they will actually bring it. And these kind of people, I don't talk about a guy I would be dating. I'm talking about people who never met you. They're human. I'm human, you know. Okay, why this matters? Let's get back to this case of, like, something bad happens. So in Vietnam or here in Georgia, I can really, I would expect that people would stand for me. And of course, it's like we can say that it's a thought experiment, blah, blah, blah. But I trust them here more than if I went back to my home country, where people are at the same time, they're jealous. Like, if you moved out, if you travel, if you're more successful, whatever, it's a good time for them that something doesn't work out for you. And so, like, to them, thinking about their, you know, like, social status or something, they, like, would they really, like, stand for yourself? Of course, who knows? Like, I'm happy for everyone from, like, my childhood texting me now that we have similar paths, and or they watch some of my videos, they read my articles, whatever. I'm really happy about that. I'm happy to stay in touch with you. And I know you shy away, just text me. I'm okay, I'm human. I haven't changed. I mean, okay, I changed, but, like, in different ways. But, like, let's be honest. Like, if things really hit hard, would I trust them? Or would I not trust them, but, like, would I rely on them helping me out? Honestly, just because, like, we, like, sort of know each other for this long, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Especially, like, in these places, again, like, the more successful sort of you are, the more you're seen, known, whatever, some people are actually happy if things don't go right for you. It doesn't mean that everyone has to be like this, but, like, I don't think this defines this critical situation when, like, things really go wrong. So, like, if you're a nomad or not, I think it's more important in general, no matter where you are, to try to create some you know, like lasting, deeper, closer connections. And it doesn't matter where you are. It can be anywhere. And so I don't think this is a drawback of the nomad life. But okay, related to think to this, and I think it's even more important, is what I started with, is that I observed, and I am welcoming totally your comments and your ideas on this. I observed that you have countries where people, again, like call the community, or people trust the community. I call it like community-based trust, or government-based trust, or it can be institutionalized, it can be authority, it doesn't matter. And I think it's like very connected, like either A or B. And on the West, you might have some researchers, don't care about the researchers, that like, oh, people lose trust in the government, blah, blah, blah. Yes, but they keep paying them 50% at least of their income. So they tell you, oh, I don't trust them, but in reality, they pay them. So either they don't know that this is connected, and I think, honestly, they just don't want to know. It's like, it's actually harmful. I mean, when you realize that you work half of your time, or more rather, in most countries, on the government. It's like, why? What is the value? Hey, and now comes the story with the fixing roads. Okay, so this is actually an important phenomenon. Because I think it's very relevant for you if you're wondering yourself where you want to live. So I prefer like lower tax countries where you trust more the community than where you trust the government. And you might, I think that, okay, I haven't been to to Latin America. I would say that there is also like more community-based trust. I can say that like really Southeastern Asians and Caucasians people are similar to a certain degree, and they have this more like community-based trust. And officially you might say something about like the official taxes in Southeastern Asia. I think that just no one cares. Like the official governmental stuff and the reality are two different things. I mean, come on. So yeah, but like on the West, you have much more like official employment and much higher taxes. And I think I've been studying media and propaganda and so on. And I think that government is very successful in increasing the taxes and so on. And people willing to pay more if they actually can reliably kill the trust between people. Because the less you trust your neighbors, your family, your community, the more likely you will pay a social security. When I was in Phuket a year ago, so one guy told me, you know, here in Thailand, the social security, it's your family. You lose your job, you come home, you get a job from your family. That's it. And it wouldn't make any sense if someone came to them from the government and said, hey, you need to pay a social security tax. They would be like, what? We have our own business, like we don't need you, like get out, get out, or we burn up your police station, whatever it is. So this is it actually makes sense. Like, and if you don't have this family, if you don't have this family trust, or okay, you might build your own family, you might create your own family, but you don't really rely on the community of other people. You want to rely on this, like, you know, robust, whatever, trustworthy AK government that's been here for about 2 decades or how long, and as if it was forever. Yeah. And yeah, this is actually it. And I would say just myself, like that I understand how much it's really valuable to live in a country where you can rely on the community, where you can rely on other people around yourself. It's mind-blowing to me. It's a very enriching experience, actually. To me, as a European, it makes me feel more trusting and relaxed, and collaborative and more interdependent, more asking for help and so on. And I wish people experienced this and took this to their hearts. It's really nice. So yeah, I will welcome your thoughts. Of course, it's more like you know, experiment, more of a thought connection, but this is what I observed. And I don't trust governments, so maybe that's why. And it's okay if you do, but I would ask yourself where it comes from, you know, whatever. I'm so biased because I studied so much about propaganda that to me it's like, I don't know, like when you take off the glasses, like those rose glasses, and you're like, oh my gosh, wow, that's so bad. And I don't want to ruin a perspective of other people. Okay, like, text me something nice and let me know what you would be interested in yourself. And I'll share more videos soon. Cheers.